Hello, I'm Amelia, and this is my first attempt at recording on Zoom. Okay, so the chapter was called Land of the People. For the intro, I mentioned that the Spanish colonies were wealthier than the Europeans when they first came to the New World, and then which reflects the modern day thinking, at least for the United States, that we see in the media that Latin America is seen as like a third world country and backwards, which is not as accurate as it was many centuries ago, as they were considered very wealthy and very organized. And yeah, a lot of that comes from European influence coming in and just ruining everything for those societies. So, geographically, it's one of the most diverse places in the entire world. It has some of the longest mountain ranges in the entire world. It also has one of the driest deserts. It also has some of the densest forests, and it has the Amazon River, which is the largest river by volume in the entire world. And the region is on top of five major tectonic plates, so they get a lot of volcanic and earthquake activity there, which is the main highlight of this region that we see in the media is their extreme weather, which sometimes overshadows a lot of the other things happening there. Okay, so for the indigenous people were split up into three groups: non-sedentary, sedentary, semi-sedentary, and sedentary. And for the first two groups, they were usually hunters, fishers, and they would move around a little bit to change agricultural position. And then sedentary people were very good at agricultural places, and they succeeded in surplus and mining and hierarchies. And that was mostly in Guatemala, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. The three major societies at the time were the Aztecs, Mayas, and the Incas. Um, the Mayas were very intelligent people. They invented the zero. Their main crop was corn. The Aztecs, those they were very spiritual. They did a lot of human sacrifices, but they were also very successful in farming. Um, and the Incans were living down in the Andes, and they were very, very successful. They had a ginormous empire. Um, and yeah. And so when the European influence came in, they came from like the Spanish Peninsula, and they brought over different religions, which was Muslim, Jewish, and Christianity. And that created a lot more diversity in Latin America. And at the same time, when the Europeans came over, was when the slave trade started, and then the African people came to um, Latin America, and they brought even more religious diversity because they believed a lot in. Well, they're mostly Muslim, but they also believed a lot in like spirituality and like the other world. So, and then which now leads to this combination of geographic diversity and diverse people who were taken from all different parts of the world and brought to Latin America. And these people mingled and created basically, it's debated, but it's a basically new race of people, which is just like, it's a mixture of everyone. And yeah, so Latin America, very diverse, very interesting, very promising. And that was chapter one.